And welcome back. We're back for another week of YouTube Creator News. We're going to be rolling in with quite a few news topics today, talking about some hint at my next video, which will be coming out in a few days' time. We've got lots to talk about, lots to discuss. So let's make sure everything is working here, and then we'll jump into the chat. Yeah, everything's on screen. Tried dabbling in the last week or two with some overlay changes, but nothing too visual today. I think the Social Stream Ninja might be slightly different, but not too much. Still I like to dabble. Let's jump in and see who we got so far. Before we went live, there was Lee, Enfield Road out in the loft. Says, hi Doug, listening and doing thumbnail for the vlog and listening. So lots of listening and thumbnail work there happening. Good to see. It's always good to be onto the things. Before we went live, Kevin Hawthorne in-house coming to us as always from Lakeland, Florida. Seen Kevin jumping in some of the chats on some of the aviation live streams recently. I've been lurking. I saw Kevin was in there too, so it's good to see. And Monique is here as always from sunny Poland. It's good to see that it's sunny Poland. I guess this time of year you'd want it to be sunny because it's summer. I think summer has kicked in the Northern Hemisphere, just as winter is kicking in down here. Let's do it. Chantel Hills is here as well, of course, saying hello. And Larry, Home Rapid Repair. Some of Larry's messages disappeared from my Social Stream Ninja for some reason, but I can still see them over on the YouTube side. So, it might have been to do with that. There was a message retracted. Yeah, that does mess up with the things that are going on. Yeah, Larry says, I see YouTube has the largest booth at VidCon. They would, because they're the headline sponsor. So if they didn't, I'd be concerned. I remember a few years ago TikTok was, but they fast had gone back to YouTube, and so yeah, bit of VidCon going on. I think today is the last day of VidCon, Saturday, I believe. So we'll probably hear a little bit more out of VidCon today. Yeah, a lot going on with YouTube in the last week or two, so we're going to get into that in a second. The Wanderer AUS is here as well. Howdy. A big wave there as always. And everybody is accounted for, I believe. As people come in, we'll just give them a shout out and all that. So I hope everyone had a great week. Make sure to share this out, because I know I did stream last week, but back this week. And welcome to Ramona. Good morning or evening. First time catching you live. Morning here in Maryland. Yes, it is morning in Maryland. Bright and early on a Saturday. My apologies in advance. So yes, I understand. Eileen Smith is here as well. Always dropping some knowledge. There was some knowledge this week. Eileen was dropping, and I was sort of catching some stuff on the replay. There's always something going on with something new on Amazon or different platforms. So I try and keep up with that, just like I try and keep you guys up with some of the YouTube stuff. I'm trying to get caught up on some of the other things I've got interest in, like Amazon, of course. Yeah. So yeah, I hope everyone had a great week. Let me just say that, and let me not repeat myself many times on that point this week. So, all right, there's a lot of points to discuss. So I'm not going to dilly-dally, as they say, too long on the bits and pieces, the nuts and bolts, and the hellos and everything, except when new people come in, like Karen Cole here, saying hello, coming in, and we're back, and we're going to jump straight into the news. You know why? Oh, you know why? Because there is a few to get through today. So let's hit the first couple. Let's just talk about, like as we do every week, let's talk about Creator Insider, but we're going to talk about like this week and the week before. So last week and this week, I guess that is. So let's jump straight in. Make sure I shimmy on over into the frame. Okay, let's get rid of the BMAC for a second so we can see where all this stuff is coming from. And I've summarized the main announcements on Creator Insider Newsflash for the past 2 weeks last week. And we're going to touch on 4 of the 5 we've got here today in separate sections. YouTube is sort of rolling out the promote or the YouTube promotions feature on the mobile app. There are some more specifics on that. Also, posts can be seen in the Shorts feed. Now, when I first heard this, I had a few thoughts. I'll let you know what I thought and then actually what it is. This week on Creator Insider, they announced product stickers on Shorts. I did a video on this like last year, sometime, I believe it was last year. And when it was obviously being tested because the feature was like out and it disappeared, and then now it's back and it's like official. Everybody can use it, and we'll talk about that. Communities rollout. Everybody who has posts can now turn on communities. So that's a big rollout. We'll talk about that. And there was they just announced some new gift options for vertical live streams when we're talking about gifts powered by Jules, rubies, all that sort of stuff. For the vertical streams, that's why I put new gifts in brackets, vertical streams. So if you're a vertical live streamer and you're in the US, then it will be applicable to you. If you're anywhere else in the world, I'm sorry to say that we are yet to see this whole gifts thing roll out. So let's jump in. Let's jump in because and what we'll do is we'll hit a few and then we'll jump back out and recap some stuff in the chat that might be happening there. Just so that I make sure that I cover all the points in today's show. So let's go. All right, we're going to hit first the promote tab. So there's a few different sources, but I've gone with Lindsay Gamble on Threads. YouTube is making it easier for creators to promote their content by bringing the promotions tool directly to the main app on Android. So right now they're rolling out on Android. iOS apparently doesn't have it yet. It's a good question. I'm going to check that right now just to be sure, but I believe that is the case. With promotions, creators can boost shorts or long form videos without going through Google Ads Manager. So it's what you could have been able to do on desktop so far in regards to the promotion tool. They're making the process faster and more accessible. Not sure if I don't encourage people to use promotions. Having it available on mobile is sort of makes it more sort of easily accessed. Yes, so they can choose from goals like gaining more subscribers, views, or driving traffic to a website. And we don't advise using it for the first 2 subscribers or views. Once running promotions, creators can also access a feed to see the status of their campaigns. Now, there was a little, they did tell you how to sort of use it very briefly on the Creator Insider. I know that it is under the U tab. I don't believe I can see any promotions there. But what I'm quickly doing is I'm going to tap on a recent video and just double check. Yeah, on iPhone, doesn't have it yet, but apparently it's rolling out on Android. I don't have my Android with me to check, but it's something that just be aware of. Not something that we necessarily recommend people just use for trying to push their content in front of random people, because really you want to get your content in front of the right people. So there's that. There is that. But let's move on. Next one is posts in shorts. So YouTube is making posts discoverable right in the shorts feed. When you're scrolling, you might see a post button over top of a short. So if that creator has a current post, then you'll see a little post button sort of just above where the title of the short is. And when you tap it, you'll get suggested posts from the creator without leaving the shorts feed. It's a nice way to boost discovery for posts, and it could be a great bridge for creators sharing behind the scenes content that adds more context to their shorts. It's, when we encourage people to use posts, we encourage them to use it on a regular basis. And the fact that people can now discover those via their short session. And if they're really interested in you as a creator, they can click on that to see your most recent post, I suppose it is. And yeah, I think that's a pretty cool addition. I know the other side of the coin is the short screen getting cluttered with stuff to tap on and stuff to see? Is it obscuring the view of your short? Time will tell. Time will tell if people dig that or not. The next one, I'm just going to hit some of these early ones in rapid fire. YouTube is rolling out the shopping product stickers for shorts. This is another thing that people can click on their shorts. Stickers replace the old shopping banner and saw 40% more product clicks in testing. Creators can tag multiple items, with the first becoming a sticker that is fully customizable. Tapping a sticker shows all tagged products and links out to retailers. I've got another one where Team YouTube has directly tweeted about this on the old X platform. Fans will see a sticker on the first product you tagged and can click on the sticker to go to the retailer's website. You can also size and position these stickers you made into to make it personalized for your short. So if you tag multiple products in a short, then it's going to try and make a sticker out of the first product in the queue. You can reorder them if you want a particular one to stand out, and it's like a visual picture of that item. So it's good to pick something that you're promoting that looks really good and grabs people's attention. And then you can once you've tagged that product on shorts, you can actually move it around on the screen and put it where you want it to appear. So it's not like covering up your face or something like that. So you can go in and do all that. So if you think that's something I should do a tutorial for, at least on my mobile channel, then let me know in the comments of the replay or live in the live chat. And that'd be good to know, because there's a lot of different things that I can be doing tutorials on right now. Really love to optimize tutorials for what people are most interested in. That being said, if I can make a tutorial, it's going to help someone in the future, then I'll try and get that out as well. So let us... Oh, there is an actual article. Hang on. There's an article as well. I forgot there was an article about this. And my computer just locked out. I did that thing that auto locks my screen. Hang on. And it's good if I put the right password in. And if I had my watch on, I could have just like re-enabled it with my watch. I haven't got my Apple Watch on. All right. All right, I was just going over to make sure I was on the right screen for this shopping thing. So in addition to tagging the product stickers, there was a whole article done up about it only 4 days ago. So it's this week. Let's look at some of the visuals. Like there's a visual here where someone is creating a short. They're clicking the product sticker out of all the stickers, and then they're tagging a single product, but you can actually go in there and tag multiple products as well, which I think comes up and see you can, they moved it to the, okay, that's repeating. And they just dropped it somewhere on the screen, but you can move that around the screen at the time of doing the whole product tagging. I believe you should be able to tag like if you don't have like YouTube shopping and you're not tagging something from like Walmart or Barnes and Noble, or I don't know who's in the affiliate program. I'm not in America. But what you can do is I think you should be able to tag your merch as well. So if you have a merch store, I will try that and let you know in the next week. But at the time when it was sort of out in the experimentation stage, and I actually had that and made a whole video about it, I was tagging my merch. So that is something interesting there. There's a whole article here, which I'm not going to read through on the stream. And there's also a dedicated short video where they announced it. So you should be able to see that in your shorts feed, because they tend to like push that out to creators to see that as well. So yeah, shorts, stickers for shorts. That is available in every country except for South Korea. I'm not sure what's different about South Korea that they can't have the stickers. Oh, but they have plans to expand there soon, but they have it everywhere else, which is really odd. Says, don't worry if you don't see the shopping product stickers just yet. We're gradually rolling them out over the next week. Now, you know what? I should be able to go into my shorts creation tool and have a quick look. Usually I have to record something for a few seconds. Hello, I'm recording a test short. Hello, hello. 3, 4, 5. The short sticker goes into... Stickers are in the second page once you've recorded your bits. Stickers. Yeah, I don't have the product stickers yet. I have Q&A, add yours, poll, and quiz. Okay, but yeah, still rolling out. Still rolling out, so people should see that soon. I need to get out of this. All right, so that's the short stickers. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to jump back to here for a second. Let's jump into the chat, see what we missed, people coming in, all that, and then we'll reset for the next group of news items. David's All Natural Gym is in the house. There it is. There it is. My chat was jumping around too. Community posts are open for all creators. I love it. Yeah. Because pretty much everybody has posts. So if everybody, everybody who has posts can get it. There's probably a small group of people that don't have posts. Because the barrier of entry for posts is really, really low. It's like an instantaneous thing. So absolutely. Larry asks, the easier to use promotions tab is somewhat concerning, as will only reinforce the new creator myth that you have to pay to play. Yeah, that's the confusing thing. Like, I understand why it's there and why from YouTube's perspective they include that and talk about getting more reach for, obviously views and possibly subscribers and how to optimize for that. The controls aren't as granular as it would be over on Google Ads, but then Google Ads is just a whole different complicated ball game in terms of setting up a campaign. So they do make it easier for creators, and that's maybe at the same problem. That could be a problem as well, in that it's too easy for people to all of a sudden drop money. I don't know how they go for payment processing when it's on the mobile app. I'll have to have a look at that on my Android phone at some point. So it is concerning that it does reinforce the whole pay to play. It's like, well, they do this, and if I don't do this, I don't perform. Well, the reason why you don't perform is because you haven't learned how to get your views and subscribers organically. That's the big thing. That's the big thing. And so as you're doing it by paying only, you've never optimized for organic reach. Then when you stop paying, you stop getting the views and subscribers because that organic isn't firing away. You don't have it set up properly. And so, yeah, it does perpetuate the false narrative that it's pay to play. Because that's what it seems like when you're starting out and you start throwing money at your content to try and get reach. Okay, how about the CapCut thing where they can use your videos? I did a post on that, and I deleted that post like an hour ago and put another post in its place. I think I was premature I saw that video that I linked, and then I took it as gospel. Now, some of the terms and conditions say what they say, but there's a belief there that we often misinterpret the legalese of it. It sounds scary, so therefore it is. Most platforms have a similar clause. This is nothing new. This is not new. When it talks about the irrevocable perpetual license to what specific license? It's very complicated, and I was up until probably like an hour or two ago, I was like a bit upset. Don't get me wrong, I still deleted CapCut because I think I'm not a big fan of that whole CapCut ByteDance thing, even though TikTok's still owned by ByteDance right now, and I do use TikTok as a viewer. But no, I do occasionally still upload stuff. I just haven't uploaded regularly. So yeah, the jury's out on this. I felt like I posted about it too soon, where I hadn't done my own due diligence on the topic. But having a quick look before the stream, there was some counter arguments to say, well, this has always been there. Just somebody's pointing it out now. You know what I mean? So it's not something new or changing. It's something that CapCut's always had. Well, for the foreseeable past, at least. So my jury's out on that. I'm going to look into it more before I talk about it any more than that, I think. Because we can sometimes jump the gun on some of this stuff. Like we did, I was going to say like we did on the honey thing, but the honey thing was still, there is still like some dodgy things going on there. So, Frankie's in the house as well. Hello. Let me see. Let's see. Philip Murphy is here as well. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, as they say. And Fashionably Late is Live Stream Consultants as always. Good morning. Not as always. It's not usual. It's unusual, is what I should say. Does YouTube already do the same depending on the type? Yes. It's the legalese that gets us scared in some instances. It doesn't always mean what we think it means. And that's part of the problem with legalese. That's why terms and conditions sometimes will have a counter document next to it that explains stuff in normal English. But not all platforms do that. Not all services do that. Some do, some don't. So sometimes you have to go and sort of look sideways. Like I believed it because I was seeing reputable creators like the one that I posted making a dedicated video about it. It's like, oh, okay, it's making a dedicated video about it, so it must be serious. You know what I mean? So jury's out on CapCut, but as a precaution, I have deleted it from my phone and my streaming computer, and I'm gonna have to check my other devices in due course, because I'm sure I probably have CapCut on my Android and on my laptop. Yeah, no problem. If more clarity comes through, then we may or may not talk about that in terms of everything. Yeah, I use WordPress too. The thing with WordPress is they have their own ad platform that you can, like, if depending on what WordPress plan you're on, you can just activate that and it generates very well. I guess it depends on your traffic. It really depends on traffic. But I get ads on my website through WordPress. I don't have Google Ads connected to it at all. So it comes through the WordPress ads, however they do that. So yeah, I know what you mean. I wouldn't know how to go about attaching Google Ads. I'm sure you can in due course, but yeah, what I found with WordPress, you can be on a not impressive plan that you pay a reasonable amount of money for every year. But sometimes, like the plan I'm on, I'm paying a fair bit of money and all well and good, but I can't like load plugins. So my nice sounding plan doesn't do WordPress plugins. I have to pay the more expensive plan, and like I'm not that invested in the plugins. I don't need the plugins. So yeah. Where is the Princess Bride gifts when you want them? Yeah, we'll have to find some of those. What are the popular ones? Let me know. Let me know outside the stream if there's popular ones that we should find and make available. We need the Star Wars one, the Darth Vader, you know, I am altering the deal. Pray I do not alter it any further. All that sort of stuff. Yeah, exactly. WordPress is good and bad at the same time. It's one of those things. But it does what I want it to do. It does what I want it to for my website. I'm not doing anything fancy. All right, where are we up to? We need to go back. It's time to continue with the next one is jumping back into the news. Community is now available to all eligible creators who have access to posts and choose to opt in. So this is the communities where your people in your community, your subscribers, can post posts to your community and interact in that way. Of course, everybody can comment and do the things. So that's rolled out. So you can opt in. I'm doing a quick short, which I'm probably going to put on my mobile channel because it's a mobile activation feature that you can activate using on your YouTube main app. You can also activate it in your backend on desktop, even though it's technically a mobile feature. You can turn that on. You can actually do. I'm just gonna hit something here. I don't know if everything's triggering properly on my thing today, but I believe.
Support the stream by buying Doug
No, that's
coffee.
not the one.
Link in the description.
It was Buy Me a Coffee, but it was a different one. This is what I want.
Someone just bought Doug a coffee.
I just saw a notification. Larry has dropped some coffees. YouTube, where most trusted creators live, it says. And my little action thing for Buy Me a Coffee hasn't come through on my what's it called? What's this thing called? Social Stream Ninja. Okay, I'm being sidetracked by this, aren't I? You sidetracked me, Larry. You sidetracked me. I'm just gonna open my app on my phone so I can see what the message is. Hang on. No, that's not what I'm after. I'm in the wrong side of Buy Me a Coffee. Here we go. It says YouTube, where most trusted creators live, and drop 3 coffees. Thank you, Larry, for the 3 coffees. Appreciate that. I need to figure out why it's not showing up in my social stream. I even put the session tag in, which is what I should. It's the only thing I should have to have. Have I put that in? Oh, you know why? It's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be end server, not question mark server. I put the wrong code in. That's gonna reset my social stream dashboard, and now it's wiped out all the comments. So to see, I was fairly up to date. Karen said, I loved Mr. Site. It was easy, hard, plug in and allowed embedding. Then WordPress took them over. Yeah, WordPress have done a few taking the overs. I can't highlight that. Chantel's cracking me up now. Hopefully I fixed it. It's a little tag you got to put on your dashboard that looks for stuff that comes directly through the server, because the Buy Me a Coffee comes through a webhook, and the webhooks come through the server, so you got to have the server tag on. But I put question mark server instead of and server in the URL. So I'm learning some of the deep backend stuff with some of the coding, and I'm still clueless. But let's go back and talk about communities. So yeah, these are new dedicated spaces for creators and subscribers to have conversations, share updates, and connect. We know all about communities. Interesting communities. Did I have a communities? No, I didn't create one. Okay, there was a reason for that. But we all know, we all looked at that in great detail. I did a video on when it was in beta a few months ago, covering the communities. There'll be more information coming through. I've got that tutorial coming up, which will be a short. It's just a short tutorial, so it's going to be a short, and showing at least how to trigger it on your mobile, because the mobile first, it's probably the easiest to do it that way. I might even at some point cover sort of activating in the back end. The problem being is once I've activated it, I have to deactivate it to reactivate it. But luckily, I have a couple of extra spare channels, and because it's any channel that has a post can activate it. I've also activated it now on my mobile channel, so I have a community on my main channel and my mobile content channel. Neil Faramon's here. Let's bring that up. Say hello. Good to have you on the stream. All right, really quickly, I need to just pull that back up. All right, we're going to move on to the next news. Okay, and it was also announced in the past week that Google VO3, which was recently announced at Google I/O, which is like the new video generative thing from Google's VO3 is their latest. They're going to be introducing that into Shorts, YouTube Shorts, very soon. So I think it was like later this summer or later this year. VO creates videos and sound from text prompts. So I would imagine it would be very like short limited, as in the length of the video you can create for a short to include in your shorts. You can already use VO to create backgrounds and different things. And everybody, guess what?
Someone just bought Doug a coffee.
The BMAC is working. Chatty Cathy brought me a cup of thanks for your show every Saturday. Appreciate the coffee. Appreciate the coffee. Comes through with the amount. Yeah. Only thing I'm sad about is that it doesn't include. Oh, you know why? Because I don't have the platform avatar turned on. I was gonna say it doesn't show buy me a coffee. Like I can see the buy me a coffee avatar on the dashboard. So much appreciated for the coffee though. I do appreciate the coffee. I might have to turn that on, seeing I'm gonna have stuff coming through from YouTube and at least buy me a coffee. And I did get news from my ISP this week that my internet is going to get upgraded later this year. So I'm going to have a bigger upload cap, like bandwidth. I think I'm on like 20, and it's going to go up to like 50 up. And it's like I got 100 down at the moment. It's going to go to like 500 down. So we get a bit of an upgrade at some point later this year. So when that happens, then I'll probably consider like maybe multi-streaming. I can probably get away with it now, but I have I have family on the network, and I don't want to like suck the upload bandwidth completely, if you know what I mean. But that being said, there is another, like Dexerto posted about the Google VO3 as well, and that's all they posted. Very short. Very short. I just thought I'd include that. All right, let's go to the next one. This one came up a few weeks ago, but I don't think we've talked about it on the stream since then. YouTube now pays creators for ad-free videos used in schools. YouTube now pays creators for educational videos embedded in schools via its ad-free player for education. Earnings come from licensing fees paid by schools, not from ads, because obviously they don't have ads play. It's a special player that educational institutions and different places can license. YouTube provides it in a format where they can watch any type of. Yes, thank you. My Alexa's telling me about the coffee. Now, what happens is creators can now get a piece of that action. So if their videos get played, they get a cut of the fee. So they're paying a fee to YouTube. Only Smith says, Doug, I'm in an SSN checklist. Absolutely, I think so. It's getting more features just about every time I go to use it, and it's like, what do I need to use? What do I need to change? For life of me, they changed the way that the featured chats change, and I was struggling to get my artwork changed, and realized that it used to be part of the URL, but now it's all done on their end. And because I changed the colors when I was highlighting older messages, it was bringing up the old colors. I have to trigger new test messages to generate the new colors. And so I had my colors all wrong before the stream. I was trying to get it fixed, but I like what I've got at the moment. So anyway, back to the player for education. Now I signed up for this. You have to sign go into your Earn tab. You'll see a tab for player for education if you're in YouTube partner program, and you can opt in. I don't see there's any downside. Some people are thinking, oh, I don't have educational content. If your video could ever possibly be played in a school, whether it's for educational regions or they're just showing Mr. Beast videos for entertainment in the lunch break because it's raining outside, anything that gets played in that player will earn revenue. So it doesn't have to be strictly down the line educational content. Like I consider a lot of the stuff I do is educational because I'm teaching things, I'm doing tutorials, some of it's news, some of it's different things. So I'm all in on that. It's not, and everybody who is in YouTube partner program is probably being offered it. It doesn't mean that YouTube considers your content educational. It just means that making it available to you. So if you want to earn money, then you can opt in and earn money. If you don't want to earn the money, any extra money from it, if people play your videos in that YouTube player, then you might not get any extra. It's okay. And
Someone just bought Doug a coffee.
Chantel Hills brought a cuppa now to see if all the buttons are clicked. Yeah, I hadn't updated it for the thing. All right, if you really want me to check it now, I'm going to pull it up on the side here and just. It's one of the it's under show source icon. There it is. Not to say that I'm asking for another coffee. I'm just saying I didn't have it toggled. So yeah, I've opted in. I don't see any problem with it. I had some discussions on, I think, Reddit and maybe some other platforms about it. Facebook, in Facebook groups, I'm like, no, they don't. It's got nothing to do with them thinking that you're an educational channel or do educational videos. It's just that you could have your content played somewhere, sometime in the player for education, and therefore you should opt in and get a cut of it, even if it's only a few cents. It may build over time. There is an article that says it builds over time. And Chantel face palms me because I didn't check the thing. So all right, let's keep moving. Yeah, this one I think that came out of Cannes. There's a couple of the Cannes film thingamajiggy, because YouTube were doing presentations there in the past week, and also obviously VidCon's like I think yesterday they did their big presentation at VidCon. But in Cannes in France, they had like YouTube Beach, and they were doing announcements and big things. And this is, I think, one of the ones that came out of there. YouTube expands brand deal tools to boost Shorts creator earnings. YouTube is partnering with Agentio, Stream Elements, which I'm a little bit concerned about that one, and expanding Brand Connect to boost monetization for Shorts creators. The goal: help small creators land brand deals as ad revenue from Shorts remains low and unpredictable, which is fair enough. Creators welcome the push as a way to stabilize income and reduce reliance on volatile RPMs. But some warn it may lead to lower quality content as creators chase volume over craft. So that is a little concerning. Now, there was a little bit of an article, which I'm not going to read through, but let me just jump to it. That's not it. That's my back end. This is the one. I'm gonna have the right tab ready to go. This is on DigiDay, the Shorts play. YouTube sets up creator monetization. YouTube is expanding its internal brand partnership tools and its relationships with third-party creator monetization vendors, all part of a broader effort to create revenue streams for Shorts creators. In recent months, YouTube has ramped up its partnerships with third-party creator marketing and sponsorship platforms that connect Shorts creators with brands, such as Agentio, which is a Shorts-focused partnership in March, and Stream Elements, which expanded its offerings to Shorts creators last month. Yeah, I'm a little concerned about the Stream Elements one, because there was a lot of flack on Stream Elements a year or two back with some of their predatory sort of, because they were basically providing some monetization options for gamers in particular, and some of those deals were pretty poor from what I've seen and what I heard. So I'm a little bit surprised that YouTube has partnered with them, but hey, hopefully they've cleaned their act up. That's all I can say. But yeah, I don't know if there's any more further points out there. The Agentio and Streamlabs partnerships are not replacing Brand Connect, they're just other additional options. And they're adding Brand Connect tools. They're at a beta testing phase for Shorts. to initial invitations were offered to YouTubers with at least 25,000 subscribers, and so on. So yeah, something to keep an eye on. If you're a smaller channel, it's probably not going to be beneficial. If you don't have access to Brand Connect, because it's not in every country, like I don't think it's here in Australia yet, then there's that as well. So something to keep your eyes on and be aware of. Okay, before we jump to that one, I'm just going to jump back to this, because I want to jump back in the chat for a moment, making sure. Got a few more to hit. Yeah, I think Larry, I think that's perfect. Opting into the Player for Education. That was. Absolutely. If it helps them, if they're doing like a training on how to use YouTube or something like that, then it's yeah. Creative Classrooms is opted in as well. Okay, yeah, it might still be rolling out, so that might be why you've seen it on one and not the other. I've only got one monetized channel, which is this one. All my other channels are not monetized yet, so probably because I don't, I focus on this one because this is the one I need to focus on. But yeah, that could be something that's like not offered everywhere yet, but or might still just be rolling out to all the people in YPP. Lee says, what software for making thumbnail out there? Is there a need to make a thumbnail? Like for me personally, I use Canva. Like hands down, I just use Canva. Like the free Canva is still very good. You don't have to pay for Canva. It's got a lot of features. You just can't use any of the paid features, but you can do a lot. There's a lot of templates and stuff to give you starting points for thumbnails. I think it's pretty good. And particularly if you don't have a lot of design sense, you're not a graphic designer where, you'd open up Photoshop or GIMP or something and be lost. Canva is probably the way to go. I think the other one is the Adobe version of Canva, which is, actually, until probably post that in chat, Adobe something. There's so many Adobe products that I forgot what they're all called. Adobe, it's not Elements. Elements is something different. Anyway, there's an Adobe version that's sort of really good, but I think Canva is good. Not Adobe lame. That was me. That was referred to me. I'm lame because I didn't toggle the thing. Oh, about Stream Elements. I got an email from Stream Elements about brand deals, and it was all gaming related. So I delete. Yeah. Sometimes I get like things that aren't like. Are you sure you looked at my channel? Are you sure that's a good fit? Yeah, there's another recommendation for Canva. Disguised affiliates rather than sponsorships. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think you're right. Right on. In the last 30 days, I'm seeing a lot more Brand Connect offers in YouTube Studio. They seem to be very broad to see which creators check and interested. Now, I think that correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm not real clear on Brand Connect because I don't have access to it. Is it some stuff they offer you? Do you have to bid for everything, or is only some stuff you got to bid for? Like you go into competition, and obviously some of that short stuff, I noticed that some of it was there was like a bidding thing. So it's like, obviously the bidding is like, then maybe the creators are going to go for, they're either going to go for something that fits the proposal that fits their needs, or they're going to go for the cheapest, who's going to put up their hand up for the least amount of money. Which is concerning if it's the latter. Oh, Canva's down and not working. Oh, that's interesting. I was in Canva before the stream. Let me have a look. I'll do a check. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, I'm getting. Start delay says there is an issue on our end. Yeah, Canva is down. So it seems. Okay. Okay. Yeah, a few people saying it's Canva down. Yeah, everybody's posting about it. Yeah, we're all... There we go. A lot of people using Canva. Adobe Express free version is not awesome. Yeah, sometimes it's pay to play with some of the Adobe's getting more 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 basic features in the paid and less functionality for the free. Okay. All right, I think we've established that Canva's down. You opt in the Brand Connect offers and the brand may or may not follow up with you. Yeah, that's what I thought the basic gist was supposed to be, yeah. So that's good to know. Oh, everybody use Frankie's account because Frankie's Canva's working. There you go. Let's see. Brand Connect offers have a creator money box. You can fill out how much dollars you want, and YouTube says filling that portion out is optional. Oh, we spoke too soon. Oh yeah, absolutely. There seems to be a lot of Canva users here. So yeah, if you've got anything helpful that will help people in regards to Canva being down, share away. It's canvastatus.com. There you go. That is cool. That is cool. I like it. All right, let's jump back in. Where are we up to? We just talked about brand deals. We're up to this one here. Okay, this is an interesting one, and I'm not real clear on what they're saying, but let's take a look. Creators say they didn't know that Google uses YouTube to train AI. I'm wondering if it's because they're not paying attention. Google confirmed it's training AI on YouTube videos, but creators said that they had no idea. What creators are you talking to? Even 1% of YouTube's library, like I understand not everybody would know that, even 1% of YouTube's 20 plus billion videos equals 2 billion minutes of training data. VO3 outputs closely match real creators' clips, but creators can't opt out of internal Google use. Which I'm sort of surprised by because there was that AI opt in or opt out. Does that exclude Google? Like I could sort of understand if it does, but I'm checking this now because this is something that has got me curious. So I'm going to go in on find my back end, and we're going to have a look at the little AI section. Where we were giving a few months ago, we were given the thing to opt out or opt in and allow which companies we want or do not want to sample our content for AI training. Okay, first thing I have to do is go in Studio. That always helps. And it's in settings. I think it's under advanced settings. Oops. Third party training. All right, let's you know what? Let's screen share this. That's my screen share button. Okay, in the settings section under channel, in the advanced settings, you've got third party training. There's a little checkbox, allow third parties to train AI models. Oh, third parties. There it is there. Google isn't a third party. Google owns YouTube, so there. If you select this option, Google may share your videos with a third-party company. We can learn more. I remember looking at this when this first got... let's have a look. There was a section that talked about what companies. It had like a list of companies. Okay, companies have to apply to be on the list to be allowed or not allowed. So yeah, that's a good point because it says third-party companies. So I would expect that YouTube/Google is that we've opted in with terms of service. Even when terms of service change, we're automatically opted in because we're using the service. So they are using our content to train. So it's a thing. It's a thing. I sort of wondered about that, but I forgot that the opting in, opting out was only for third-party content. So Google says it offers protections, but critics warn of a looming copyright crisis and artists being automated out of relevance. That's a little bit of Better sensationalism for the journalists. Let's have a look. Hang on, that's not what I want. This is what I want. Larry says, I would swear I checked the YouTube permission box like a year ago, giving permission to use my videos for AI training. That's possible. That's possible. I'm trying to remember if I've seen anything like that. I do remember the one that I just showed, which is third-party content. Yeah, when something you use all the time and you're very reliable on is down, you can feel lost. Absolutely. I understand that. Let's have a look. Why would Google not use YouTube to train AI data? Yeah, that's true. It's like Google and YouTube. It's like, what are they, obviously YouTube's profitable now, but, they still want to make, use of a property that is very successful for them. And it's all in the terms of service. We were talking about terms of service for CapCut before, but the terms of service to YouTube would include this sort of use in their terms. So, yeah, we can be surprised because we haven't given it consideration, but we shouldn't really be surprised that YouTube and Google already have this in place and probably have for many years. Yeah, that's interesting because that's sort of what this article was saying about. Yeah, YouTube is pulled information from Creator Watch. AI. Yeah, AI. But yeah, of course, this is going to be the generative stuff. Veo is probably going to be, Veo 3 in particular is going to be the one that you'll see the similarities in. Other content is because probably they're scraping illegally. If you've opted out, they shouldn't be scraping your channel. But what about before those protections came into place from YouTube to opt in or to opt out? Then, some of the early bird ChatGPT type stuff, they would have been scraping anywhere they could for data to train AI. So yeah, that remains to be seen. So now we're trying to get the checks and balances in place for all this stuff because it's going to get crazy. It's going to get crazy. Anyway, let's continue because we've got news to get through. Okay, just as a side note, if anybody has YouTube Premium Family Plan, apparently it's in some locations like Australia, for example, it's jumping up from 33 Australian dollars a month to $40 a month, which is a 21% spike apparently. And then we've seen that the price has gone up in places like France. It's now €29.99. I don't know what it was before. So they're saying that some of the family plans are going up. Not right now. The individual student Elite plans haven't gone up anywhere, but we might see some more price hikes along the way. But in particular, right now, it's the family plan. So something to keep in mind if you're on any of the premium offerings, just to keep an eye on price rises. But usually Google do a pretty good job in letting people know before the prices go up. Like you hear about it. Whether you take action. And finally, we're going to end talking about VidCon, but there's not a lot of effort because it's pretty much the whole VidCon presentation is pretty much a rehash of stuff we already know about. So at VidCon this year, YouTube is showcasing the latest tools for creative expression and community connection. Here's a guide for everything you need to know. And there's 3 items here that this is from Creator Liaison, Renee Ritchie. Generate backgrounds for shorts with Dream Screen and explore hooks and more in Studio's inspiration tab. So spruiking some of the AI stuff that's already in play. Building communities using vertical live streams in the shorts feed. If that's your thing, vertical live streams, have at it. Might have to do some more testing of verticals at some point, but I don't want to do it at the detriment of the main format. And exploring enhanced shopping features, channel memberships, and virtual gifts. So that's basically spruiking stuff that's already out. They're not really giving any sneak peeks or of stuff that's coming up. That's what Made on YouTube is for every September. So really, they're just sort of just hyping up YouTube because YouTube are the headline sponsors of VidCon. So So yeah, the recap sort of article here. That's not it. I'm always on the wrong tab, aren't I? VidCon 2025. There's a 3-minute read there, but there's nothing new in there that I want to really share. Like, I had a look at it and I'm like, this is stuff we've talked about before. This is basically what Renee just said here. We're talking about creativity of AI, dream screen, inspiration tab, running some hook features and stuff that they got going on in there. Vertical lives, really pushing vertical lives. I think if they want to push it more, they need to roll out some of that monetization to other countries, because people aren't really like I'm not getting any high value content on vertical lives at the moment. Although I haven't looked, I look every now and then. I'm checking it. I'm on it. I'm checking it. And then some of the things that we like, which is to do with earning, like more shopping features. We're always looking for improvements to some of the shopping features and rollouts to more people. But I think that's the thing, is some places don't have the YouTube affiliate side yet. It's good for the US, of course. Channel memberships are always good, so make sure, don't forget, we've got channel memberships here, and we're going to shout out the channel members in just a second. And gifts powered by Jules, which are only in the US right now. So let's YouTube, let's roll them out. Let's roll them out, please. Let's roll them out. Let's jump back in the chat. Still a lot of people talking about Canva, which is cool. It's down. We need like a klaxon going. Canva is down. Canva is down. Okay. Let's have a look. I'll try and skip all the Canva talk. Yeah, the old the old family plan. Yeah, that's it. Oh, there's some happy faces in terms of Canva. That's good to see. I have premium on my channel's identities are all under the one brand, which is on premium. Wasn't even intentional. Yeah, it sort of filters if it's like, if you got it's the same Google account, I think. Let's see what else we got in the chat. Oh no, there's still things going on. Okay. I have a heavy suggestion for YouTube. I think test and compare should only start when video goes public. Mine starts when it goes to members first. Hey, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, because if you're setting it up and then you go to schedule, like I got my schedule time, but it's members first until it goes public. Yeah, I guess there's two options there. There's only one option there, and that's to skip the members first and just have it go, scheduled and go live. Which, sometimes you don't want, because you want, it's a perk that you promise. You want to do the members first. And I try and do that with many of my videos as possible, as members first, 24 hours ahead, preferably. Sometimes it's 12 hours if I know that I want that to be scheduled sooner. But usually I have my content in enough time to at least do 24 hours. But yeah, yes, I think that's fair. But they've got we've got some changes coming up with, as we talked about, I think in the last live stream 2 weeks ago, where we're probably looking at some title A/B testing as well, integrated with that. So that tool is going to get rejigged a bit. So we're going to, be able to test the titles and the thumbnails. That's right. That's right. You want to be able to automate it. You want to be able to set and forget it, have it do its thing at a set time. Members have access to 6 long form videos right now. Yeah. You're rolling out those members in advance. Absolutely. That's pretty good. All right. Yeah, if you've got any questions or concerns, drop them in the chat. We're probably going to call last call, because it's we just hit the 30 minutes. We're 30 minutes out from the Niminati. But first, let's talk about what is coming up. Let's do the Niminati plug first, and then we're gonna jump on and shout out the members. And I'm going to take some water because I was told to take some water. Nick and D coming up 9 a.m. Eastern, which is in about 29 minutes from now. So make sure you join them for the all YouTube Q&A. There might be some channel reviews thrown in. Who knows? Make sure you turn up for that. And there's nothing else on today. I think a lot of people are at VidCon this week and this weekend. And even Chantel won't be live this Monday. So I'll be back next week, the same bat time, same bat channel. So we've got it all queued up on the one screen today. Just put it out there for you.
Someone just bought Doug a coffee.
Larry bought me another coffee. It says coffee fill up time. There it is. It's coming up now. Still doesn't say buy me a coffee. I wonder if I have to rejig. You know what? I did flick it, but maybe that wasn't enough. Let me have a look. Ah, it's in the URL. Here we go. That's why. That's one of the URL tags. The Social Stream Ninja gets me every time because that's what they were doing traditionally. They were updating things in the URL tags, but then they're putting some of the coding, like the color selections and stuff, all in on the server side. So if that works now. It's there. I fixed it. There we go. I fixed it. It's a little buy me a coffee tag there, and so when we click on the YouTube ones, like this one, you get a little YouTube tag at the bottom. So there, that's what we want. I never had the tag on before because I was just on one platform. So you know how it is. And someone bought Doug a coffee. And let's shout out the members because I really want to shout out the members. These are the diehards. Let's move that. I want to shout out. I'm going to read them all by name. Hewsonati Max. I've got 4 Hewsonati Max members now. Amazing Off Destination, Ocean TV, Home Rapid Repair, and Ollie Smith. And to my diehard Hewsonati, these are like the core Hewsonatis on the Hewsonati level. Daniel Batal, Chantel Hills, Monique, Michael, Sal at Cali Plains, and Chris, Livestream Consultants. All there supporting every single month. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. All the people who were getting gifteds have sort of expired. So that's why the list is much shorter. We get the list getting really long when somebody drops like a 20 or a 50. I don't know if I've ever had 50, but if someone drops a 20 or a 10 or a 5 channel members, and then the list gets longer for a month, and then they drop off again. That's one of the funny things about gifted memberships. Gifted memberships are cool though. I've seen them used to very good effect on certain channels. But yeah. Where are we? Great stream. I always see it next year. We'll see you over there. As a reminder, everyone's going to be rolling over to Nick's channel when we're done here, as usual. And you know what? I probably didn't set that up either. It's one of those days. Yeah, the redirect's not there. Because when I set my stream up, Nick hadn't scheduled. But there it is. Okay, everybody will roll over now. Thank you for the reminder. I saw a talk in here. Somebody saying... This is in reference to something that I've missed the conversation for. Obviously. Boom. But that's cool. They're all good names to be mentioned. Chantel. And once a month co-host. I dig it. I don't know whose show we're referring to. Which are we referring to my show? Or are we referring to somebody else's? I missed the beginning of that conversation. Hang on, let's just say, look at us trying to change things up for me. Okay, yeah. I'm like, I I've come in halfway through this conversation. What's going on? Yes, that would be great interest to draw for Scream. Yeah. I'm up at 4 a.m. every morning. What's his excuse? That's funny. All of you together in one live stream would watch. Hey, that's a good point. That's the winning comment, I think. Yeah, it's been a while since there's any sort of panel. Like I've done a few Chantel here on this channel. Haven't done too much this year with on others. I know I did the collab with Creative Classroom, of course, with the. Oh, who wants to see a demo of my my browser extension? And while we're doing that, let's call the thing that we call.
It's the last call.
The last call means it's the last chance to make a comment or ask a question or any of those things. So make sure that if you got any of those things, drop them in the chat right now. It's the last chance before we wrap things up. I missed. That's the bit I missed. That's the bit I missed. Regular gathering. Yeah, absolutely. We need to get on. It needs to be I need to figure out how that can go in terms of if it's like a panel thing. It's like, well, what's a good time slot for that, and what's the purpose, and how is it a monthly thing or every 3 months or something like that? What is the thing that we're doing? I like the concept of getting together, talking about YouTube and different things. So yeah, I think that's something we need to investigate, look at. I'm down. That's true. We need to. I think I tend to do my collabs live, which is cool. Possibly. Yeah. I know there's going to be stuff. I need to. I mean, a while ago, I get so things get crazy sometimes, and you forget. Oh, I had these great ideas for doing collabs, and then you forget, and you don't do them. What we got? Do a guest co-host stream once a month would be. Oh, like once a month in this stream. Yeah, that's fair. It's like one person who's maybe a guest. And what I would probably ask is who would you either want to have on, or if you're in the audience, who would want to be on. So those two sort of things for this show. Obviously, we'd come on and discuss the news or whatever. Often when I do like the dual streams with Chantel, it's usually like a Saturday where Nick's not on, so we've got a little bit of more time to play with, at a little bit more reasonable time slot, things like that. So, there are several times a year where that happens. So that's always good. Esme Sky's here as well. Hi everybody, a bit late, but now I got to go mow the lawn before the rain moves in. Oh, the dreaded rain before. Like, you don't want to wait till after the rain, because when it's wet, mowing the lawn when it's wet, it's terrible. Yeah. Actually, I was going to show you the browser thingamajiggy. So let me get into YouTube. We need to be on YouTube for this. Let's go to YouTube. Okay. All right. Let's remove a couple of things from the screen just for clarity. Move all those things off and that. All right. This is a browser extension I've been working on. So let's go to the screen share real quick. This is part of our thing. So now we just need to select a channel. Who wants to volunteer their channel for me to look at here? I'm going to go create a classroom because we did the whole channel banner thing earlier this year in March. So it's going to be down the bottom. It's going to be down at T's. There it is. Oh, you know what? I don't have it installed. I'm on the wrong computer. Oh, did I? Do I have the ability Do I have the ability to install it? Do I have it accessible? I just have to have it accessible. Yeah. If it doesn't look like I can do it quickly, then we'll hold it over for next week. And remind me, do a demo of my channel banner tool. Let's have a look in my, should be in here. Oh. There it is. Okay, so I just have to install it. Yeah, I can probably install it. Hang on, it's already installed. Oh, that is that? Oh, no, that's an old version. What version is that? Okay. For some reason. All right. Seemingly it was supposed to be installed. Have that pinned. All right. All I'll have to do is refresh. I'm doing this all on screen, aren't I? Okay, there it is. It's working. I'm just showing you my file structure. I forgot that I was on screen. All right, real quick. I'm going to click this button here. It says View Banner Formats. And we're going to get a magical pop-up. Oh, you know what? It's a separate pop-up screen. Okay. Real quick, we can fix that. All right. Well, I've got screen share shared. And Google Chrome. Okay. It's a separate pop-up window, so that's why it didn't show. Because I'm sharing. Okay, so basically it highlights all the entire banner, like the banner that you get, that you create, which is 2560 by 1440. I've got everything there. I've got all the banner specifications listed at the bottom. And I can switch between all of them. I've got all the outlines there. I can go to TV. It'll just show me the TV outline, which is obviously everything. The desktop, which we're all familiar with because we see it on our desktops all the time. And then we narrow down. Did you know there's a tablet version? There's a tablet version, which is a little bit wider than the mobile version. And then there's a mobile version. And look at that. The Creator Classroom's channel banner is fitting perfectly to all sizes. So that's a little tool that I'm working on. My next stage is to figure out how to get that published so that people can use that, because I think it's a useful tool. It's useful for me if I'm doing like channel review type things. So that is the plan. So let's throw that back up real quick. And final thoughts and everything, because we're going to wrap things up. That took a little longer. Let me have a quick look at the chat, what we've got. There's Storm. Hello. What would you think of Communities Update, the Jordan Communities button on most channels? I'm trialing it now. I have turned it on mine just to give it a go and see what we can do with it. I know where the creator doesn't turns it on and just sort of leaves it be. It just sort of can go to, it can get a bit rough because it's not being moderated in that sense. So if the creator is willing to moderate, then I think it can be a good thing. But jury's out. I'm testing that. Bring on one of your members for a 15-minute thing. I would also watch also. Yeah, that could be cool. You get through all the things. Yeah, I showed everything on screen. So the TV version, you could have other things on the screen just for TV. Yes, exactly. I think Nick Nimmon's got an interesting one. I think it's on his channel. He has it on. Oh, it might be on one of his other channels where he has like a QR code. It's not on the banner, but when you're on TV, it's there because the primary place to use a QR code is on TV, where you can see it nice and big. You can scan it from your phone, and it will bring up whatever you're looking at the phone without disturbing the viewer experience. The QR code on screen is a good idea, and you can put it on your banner, and it could link to your most, the thing that you want to offer basically, whatever your primary offer is. That's what I would do. It should be called the Double Doug Dare. You get to get your banner size correct. Yes. Why do I see channels putting out to members only and public? Are they loading twice? Oh, you mean they're putting the same video? You mean like a members only video and a public video? Yeah, if they're publishing the same video twice, then they're not doing it right. Because you can make it a members, and if you want to make it available public later, you can have it switch. Or you can just manually switch it. So yeah, that means they're publishing duplicate content, which is probably not a good idea to do at scale. Ooh. Here's a suggestion for the channel banner tool. On the TV view, add text box that shows how the channel name overlays. Ah, yes. Chantel mentioned the same thing to me after I sent her the browser extension to play with. So yeah, that's on my to-do list. I have to figure that out. That's the bit I have to figure out. We'll talk about QR codes. As a channel banner templates, you're not taking into account the title of the channel overlays on the bottom left. Yeah, it sort of comes up in that bottom left. That's my left, but bottom left for you. Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah, Chantel's a channel banner template on her website. It already has that included. And so I'm going to grab that and use that as a guide to figure that out. And my last confession, before we finish up, which we're going to do right now because we need to get going for Nimmin Live in 12 minutes. My last confession, that tool, I don't know how to code JavaScript and HTML. I don't know how to do any of that. I did it using AI. I had to wrestle with the AI to get it to work. I had to do a lot of iterations and revisions and everything to get that happening. But we got it working. And let me recommend, if you're doing any of that sort of coding, maybe go with Claude rather than, say, ChatGPT or something else. I learned a lot. I learned the hard way. There's a learning curve for me. So I've still got a little bit to do, but I can go back and see if I can improve the functionality on the tool. And I think that's the main thing I want to add at the moment, what was recommended. And there's a link to that channel banner if you want to have a look. Canva AI. I need to check that out. I'm going to pay Canva member. I should go for that. So they write code. That's actually promising because, half of it's like layout and graphic and design. And then you're relying on AI to do all of it. So it's all good. Anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because I need to go. I need to go make coffee and get reset for Nimmin Live. I want to thank you for joining me this week. I'm sure there's going to be more news next week. So for the time being, I'll catch you later.